Howdy everyone, I see Mike here and welcome back to Talent Not Included. Now then, today we're going to go ahead and try to finish up Gundelf the Mage's part in this beautiful play. And I'm really hoping that's actually not the end, because frankly I love this game and want to keep playing it. So I'm hoping that after, excuse me for just one moment, there's a cord dangling by my hand and it was driving me insane. Hopefully, again, this will not be the end because I'm really enjoying this game, so I'm hoping that that fourth area over there will actually be more levels, you know. So here we go, but we're gonna do scene 11 through boss, so let's get started. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, trying to get to that boss, trying to get to that boss, trying to get to that boss. Here we go, Gundelf. Actually, okay. Earlier today, I was actually playing Ultimate Chicken Force with some friends of mine. So hopefully that'll kind of help me on my way. Don't miss the heals. Hopefully that... I was gonna say, hopefully, since I was playing that game, it would have warmed me up for this game. No, not the case. Not the case at all. So let's just try that again. That's okay, that's okay. Usually doesn't take me too long to get up to snuff, given how super pro I am. Oh, I was, again, literally about to say so good. Alright, it's a timed one. Not too difficult, just gotta get to the platforms in time. Oop. One thing I have not commented on, as far as this game is concerned, was how, I guess you could say, interesting they've kept the gameplay. Because it's not, you know, it's not necessarily platforming mechanics. Whoa. It's not necessarily platforming mechanics that I haven't seen before, but you know, they kept the you know, even though it's, you know, you're always playing the same level essentially, it's always interesting enough to kind of keep me wanting to play it and enjoy, you know, enjoy the aspects of the game and what have you, you know, because some platformers, they fall into this line of like, oh, they've got an interesting mechanic, so let's kind of run that mechanic to death. So that way you don't want to, you know, you get tired of just playing the same thing over and over again. And even more so, I think they did a interesting enough way about going about the mechanic shift, as well as the life shift, in order to keep it, you know, exciting and more difficult with progression, you know, instead of making it like, oh, we play through the second time and you have less hearts. They just, you know, hey, you're playing a new character, the levels are going to be different, and it's going to get harder for you. So, oh, excuse me, I ate something just before and I'm running into my mic, so you guys are probably hearing a lot of feedback from that. I do apologize. But that's what, you know, that's what's kept it so fun, because not only is it fast-paced, it's short levels, so, you know, I've had to replay a few here and there because of my own stupidity, but it was never like, oh my god, in none of these levels have I gotten majorly stuck, so they're pretty forgiving on a lot of it. And again, even though I failed at times and got stuck, it never felt like I had to dredge through any levels or anything like that. And even if I decided to speed run some of these levels, I wouldn't necessarily remember it as, oh my god, that's the level I got stuck on, because though levels aren't too memorable to begin with, they were fun and you got through it, you know, I got through them relatively quickly, so I never had to dredge on to any particular level, so, you know, just props to game design, really, and overall level design. And this little timer aspect that they threw in as well is, you know, it's very fun. Because that actually changes up the pace a lot too, you know. Whether you're trying to go for points or, you know, just trying to get through it, it makes it so you have to pay attention but kind of hurry along if you're going for points runs, and, you know, I'm blowing smoke at this point. This is a great game. Try it for yourself. You're gonna love it. Even though, you know, you might have watched me play through most of the levels. And I even said after like the first 2 episodes that you should actually stop watching me play and go play it for yourself. That way you can experience it, you know, the rest of the levels yourself. But even then, I feel like it's one of those games that you could easily... Like, I could see myself playing through this again. You know, maybe doing a speed run or perhaps actually collecting all encores or something like that, you know. And again, none of the levels... Because I see some games where I'm like, I do not feel like reliving that huge pain in the ass level that I had to go through that one time, or, you know, I don't see at any point where I'm going to be like, oh my god, I hate going through these levels and not wanting to play it again just based off of that one particular level's design, which in some games I actually do. One of my favorite games, Knights of the Old Republic 2 for the Xbox, I've replayed through the first one several times over and always had an absolute blast doing it. But the second one, I mean, that beginning part, just like, if you ever... Sorry guys, hang on, this is like beating into my chest. Sorry, hold on just one moment. Alright, sorry about that. It was like the mic was just jamming into my chest. Couldn't breathe and couldn't talk. Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, it's obviously a different style game, but it kind of holds true in replay value. If there's that part that you just like, that you literally dredge through and absolutely hate, it can ruin playthrough value, and Coder was one of those games where it did just that, for me personally, because that was weird. It only took away 2 hearts. The first one, great. The beginning, like, tutorial area, like the first world you're on, you can get through in maybe an hour to do like everything, you know, a couple hours to do every single mission or something, or if you really just wanted to get off the planet, maybe an hour or something. But yeah, that's it. Maybe like an hour or something. But the second one, to just get off the first, it was like a mine. In order to get off that, it was at least like 2 hours of gameplay that just droned on and on. And there's, like, in that game, it was very choice based, like how you wanted to get through the dialogue and stuff like that. And in the first one, you could do persuasion, stuff like that, which would actually help you through some of the missions and other aspects like that. But it's basically, in the first one, you start off as not a Jedi. You turn out that you're a Jedi, and then, spoilers for that game, you end up being one of the old Sith Lords. And, you know, it's one of those like RPG styles where you can persuade people to do things for you. You can become a tough guy and just kind of threaten them or kill them or what have you. And it really opened up a good world for that in all of the side quests and stuff like that. And you would do these random side quests for people, and it would really come back to haunt you and stuff like that in the first one, which made it all the more amazing when you messed up on something. You're like, oh my god, I should have went back and did that mission, or oh my goodness, I can't believe I failed on that, now these people are dying, or what have you. So it was great, and I loved playing through it. The second one, as far as a lot of it's concerned, was the same way, except for the fact that you know, bringing it back to my original point, that opening world that you would start on the second one takes so long that you just dredge through the whole damn thing, and I honestly have not played it through I think I've played through maybe twice, and it's because of that opening area. It's just so long. And whereas in the first one, if you became like a character, like a scoundrel that was good at persuasion and stuff like that, it helped you because you could convince people to do things, or you could, even if you were evil, you could threaten them to do things, and it actually affected the story and stuff like that in minor ways, but still had some kind of weight. In that second one, if you pick a persuasion character, you're not going to persuade anybody to do anything of consequence until, like, after you get through that, and it's just so long. And there's no way to skip it. There's no way to rush through it, because it's one of those where you have a whole area to go through, and you have to double back several times. So, anyway, overall, it's a great game for one single playthrough, but if you've already played it, it becomes pointless. It just becomes, why would you bother? And, you know, and even though this is a platformer, so it's naturally a faster paced game, there's even some where I've played where I'm just like, well, here comes the level or mechanic I hate. Kind of like with the old Crash Bandicoot games and stuff like that. There's some levels that people love playing, and we're like, oh man, this is so much fun, but then you hit like, and we all know how hard these levels are to do anyway, but like the water levels just dragged on, and everyone hated playing through those levels. And that's just, you know, it's exactly essentially what I was saying, where it just, one level can't spoil a game, but like bad mechanics or just repetitive, like, okay, jump here, jump there, jump there, you know, jump here, jump there, it can get very, very boring. Whereas with this one, each level has had its own unique feel and its own unique pacing, which is a major thing, personally, because, you know, there's even just like right there was a perfect example of it. There was times where I had to be fast, there's times where I needed to be slow, you know, and I know it seems kind of simple because like that, well, that's just good platforming mechanics, and I understand that that's good platforming mechanics, but not all platforms do that, you know. Oh, no, can't do it on that one. Yeah, I was playing, I was cheating. You know, but not all platformers do that. Like, not all platformers follow those, what I believe, cardinal rules for platforming, you know, and so, I don't know. I just want the developers and whomever to see this, to understand how much I truly appreciated this game 100% for what it is, and why I appreciate it for what it is. Oh, no duck. I just now realized that there is, in fact, no duck mechanic, so that's what I was trying to do there. I was trying to duck under the bullets. And obviously, it's not possible. And don't get me wrong. Parts like this, and that's the thing, there's parts like this where I'm like, oh man, I could see if you died a lot on these levels, what a pain it would actually be to kind of, what a pain it would be to replay them. But even then, like, that particular level would have been super hard, but as long as you got through that one main bit, you win, you know? I don't know, I'm pretty good at platform. Again, I'm pretty good at platformers, so I could see how they're more difficult and challenging levels, and I love that challenge, you know? These aren't easy levels, but on a lot of them, like some of them are easy, you know, here and there, but the later ones are not, for sure. Oops, well, failed on that one. And then again, if you want the extra challenge, and you have been watching this, and you want the challenge, go for the speed runs to get all the encores. You know, learn to play this game. You know, learn to play through this game perfectly. It has a great merit to do that, and I think it would be very fun to, you know, fun and challenging enough to do. You know. Sorry guys, you know, I have been quiet on a few occasions in this game, and you know, there's sometimes where I'm just kind of literally just sitting there kind of appreciating the game and just kind of enjoying the mechanics of it. I'm not gonna bother with that. And there's a few of these where I could see you having to be really, really tight as far as your time goes to make it through these levels successfully. You know, and then like this one here is for sure all about the points, because there's no way to really speed through any of the timed parts. So that means like on parts like this, not only can you not die, but you have to be right on point with your platforming, and you know, to do it in one run, you really have to, you know, have good reaction time and stuff like that. So that's why, you know, at times, you know, I just don't react quick enough. You know, which is, I mean, that's just the deal. That's platforming at its finest. So. How are you guys doing today? Like, how is everyone out there? I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I know I'm enjoying this game here, so it's definitely, I mean, big clump of me playing mostly this game, and I'll get back to the other games and stuff that I play as well, like Wick and all that. I gotta remember on that part I actually don't have to jump up there, because my mind leads me to that place, but that's actually not the direction I have to go. Got a little ahead of myself. And the game's, you know, a bit punishing when you do that as well, if you over-predict. Okay, so here's the part where I messed up before. So let's see if I can be just a little cleaner about it. Land. There it is. There it is. Oh, I was lazy on my jump there. Sorry about that, guys. Be impressive, Michael. Here we go. Wee. Alright, they're really pulling out all the stops for this last one, because this is actually the last level for the boss, isn't it? Actually, a little sad by that. As far as improvements in this game, how can they improve? How can they improve? Well, one thing I would like to see a bit of an improvement on, perhaps, this isn't a major thing, is perhaps the enemy system. Because once you run into like one certain type of enemy, you're just like, okay, that's what you have to do. Even then, that's not really a big complaint. This game does reward reaction well. It rewards. Actually, it punishes reaction time really well. Because just then, at the end of that level, I tried to speed up and rush through. Oops, sorry. Listen, Blanca. I just wanted to tell you that I'm about to Hadoken your face until you're down for the count. Any last words? Sure. Did you know people call me Combo Breaker? It's because I have killer instinct. Enough talk already. I will befriend you or morph you into a baby. I think I'm going to go with finish him. Oh, okay. That's a Mortal Kombat reference, everyone. Am I gonna... Enough talking already. Will I befriend you or will I morph you into a baby? I think I'm gonna go for the finish him. I know I could do a better read of that, but anywho. Alright, let's see here. Oh man, how fast are these going now? Okay, so I should only have to get through that once. Alright. 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 Glory balls of death. Glory balls of death. Oh, those balls can hit me. I distinctly remember those balls not hitting me before. Like, I ran into one and it didn't hurt me, but honestly, they were going slower before, so that was all on me. Sorry, guys, but hopefully I can get through. It's like, I want to beat this game because it was challenging, and I really enjoyed its mechanics and all of that, and, you know, some of the jokes and stuff they had in there were funny and, you know, made me laugh and stuff like that. But I'm also like, dang, don't want this game to be over, because it's one of my favorites. It's gonna go down in history, one of my favorite games. Oh, they shifted up mechanic on that, but that means you're not gonna come back to that hit. Okay, okay, so I should be able to beat him in one more go. Nailed it, nailed it. Yep, yeah. Okay, I think if I go here. I'm not gonna lie, that's tough. That is very, very fast. And it ended up actually moving a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to, which kind of got me. For a second there, the way that voice was, it sounded like there was somebody in the room talking to me, so that threw me off. Okay, come on, come on, come on. They move, and then they strike, they move, and then they strike, okay. I gotta remember that timing for the next one. Okay. Okay, gotta be perfect, gotta be perfect, gotta be perfect. Okay, gotta be perfect right here. And dodge. Dodge, dodge. Dodge. Dodge, dodge. Should've dodged up. That would've been my best timing. Was to wait, move right, move left, wait, and dodge up. Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I got it this time. Let's see if I could save a hit earlier on. Come on, come on. Wanted to save a hit on this stage. That's how I was gonna make it up. Gotta remember that floating mechanic too. So I have to immediately jump up there. Okay. I gotta remember that floating mechanic too, because I did not do that as much in the boss battles, where I think it would actually save me. For some reason, I went for the float there, as I was just saying, oh, that might help me, and then it ends up ruining it for me. I think on this, at least, the boss mechanic would benefit from a little bit more of his attacks moving. If I floated, yeah, those move so much faster in the next go around. Jeez, it's so much faster. Alright, so I can get a couple hits in early on. Okay, so if I get closer to him, I actually hit him more, which is good to know. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bottom, go. Bottom, go. bottom, go. Bottom, go, bottom, go, bottom, go. Okay. Alright, now it's just him, now it's just him. I think I'm gonna have to go through this. Dang it. This one's not good. This one's not good. This is gonna take me a minute. This. I complained that this was gonna be the final boss fight, and as easily as I went through the, wasn't paying attention. As easily as I got through the first spot, the last one with him, I was worried that this one was gonna be a walkthrough as well, and it's not shaping up for that one because this scaled up quite quickly as far as difficulty on the final fight here. I shouldn't have floated. I floated and I should not have had. This game's turning into a rage game really fast. Alright. Tryhard mode. Sorry guys, but I think I'm gonna have to be quiet on this one. Let's go, let's go. It's just gonna be a montage of my deaths, I swear. Yes, and that's right, you chill with Icy, oh yes. Putting him on ice, oh yeah. Hey, I won a showdown. Fortunately, since Derp had a little accident, we won't be able to do an encore. All I can say is, Gundelf for the win. Dang it. Freaking gotta remember to click. Shut up, you Bond villain. We still need to get rid of those actors. Today, this theater. Tomorrow, the world. Winter isn't coming. That's funny. It was a little. Alright, so what does it look like? You can now access the final boss fight starring Zrat, the exquisite critic. Do you guys want to take a peek at that? Well, then come back in the next video and we definitely will. I gotcha. Super excited. Oh, man. I'm just gonna click it. Oh, you can choose who you want to play as. Oh. Oh, man. gonna try. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. We're gonna get to that one in the next episode. You guys have been great, and as always, thanks for chilling with Icy.